Now let's talk about GIS, Geographic Information System. This is one of the systems that's becoming more and more popular, or at least some of the features of that systems are getting integrated in let's call it everyday business solutions. So these systems, what makes them different is that it uses geographic objects, points, lines, areas. It can use both spatial and non-spatial data to load it, and is able to essentially display geographic information using mostly maps. So it captures it, processes it, so you can do something like Google Maps. You can show certain features on the map that are important to your business, because there is a relationship between the data that, other than showing it on the map, you wouldn't see that relationship as obviously. So somebody can give you zip codes, somebody can give you census tracts, somebody can give you the traffic by a route or a highway, but unless you see that on the map, the certain trends and clusters wouldn't be obvious to you, because we don't have the mental image of all the streets. We don't have a mental image of all the zip codes, how they're adjacent to each other, or maybe how far they are from each other. So we always had this big gap in our systems in business environment, where we would just present this data through some descriptive summary statistics through like tables, right? And you miss that connection unless you really knew the content area. But now we have these GIS systems that are able to display it for us, and we use those systems for a number of things like education planning. The government can use that and see the locations of universities, where the students are coming from, where there are gaps. You can do the urban planning, decide your zoning, where you're going to have business, where you're going to have residential areas, how you're going to carve up certain services through the cities and urban zones. Government can also use it to assess its services and where there are gaps in services. As this moves into a more business and for-profit domain, you can see many benefits in the insurance business industry, in marketing. You can start displaying where the IP addresses are of people that are hitting your website. You put that on the map and you start talking about, where do I expand next my physical location? The real estate sites like Zillow and initiatives like that is a very natural fit for geographic information system. And the one that probably makes the most sense is the transportation logistics, the optimization of where you're going to have your warehouses, your docks, how the trucks are moving. You can actually track them and see them real time. So these are some of the examples of the GIS that's now becoming part of the mainstream. You see it integrated in regular business intelligence tools as well. And luckily it's becoming much easier to use it. Now, GIS applications, just on a side note, because of the mapping features, especially Google Maps and the progress there, you'll add additional unique information to that map through certain layers, and you can create your own product using these GIS applications, and also make money using selling your product.